You lost someone, and now it feels like the world has stopped. Everything seems different. The emptiness is real. The pain feels unbearable. You wonder, will I ever be happy again? But what if I told you that happiness is still possible? Not by forgetting, not by pretending everything is okay, but by understanding loss in a new way. The Stoics believed that happiness is a choice, even after loss. This is not just another speech about moving on. This is a deep dive into the wisdom of the greatest minds in history, teachings that can bring you peace, strength, and even joy after loss. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see life in a completely new way. This lesson will change the way you see loss forever. Like, comment, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. 1. Happiness is an internal state, not an external one. Most people believe happiness depends on external circumstance, relationships, success. But the Stoics taught that happiness is an internal state, controlled only by our own mind and perspective. When we lose someone, it feels like our source of happiness is gone. But true happiness never comes from outside. If happiness depended on others, we would be powerless in shaping our emotions. If happiness depended on events, we would be at the mercy of fate. Epictetus, the great Stoic philosopher, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This means your pain is real, but your response is your choice. You can stay in suffering or choose to find happiness again. 2. Grief and happiness can exist together. Many believe that once you've lost someone, you must remain sad forever. But grief and happiness are not opposites. They can exist together. You can miss someone deeply and still laugh at a joke. You can honor their memory and still smile. You can grieve, but also feel gratitude for the time you had with them. The Stoics did not teach us to ignore emotions. Instead, they taught us to understand them. Happiness is not a betrayal of the person you lost. It is a tribute to the life they lived. 3. Everything is temporary. That's why life is precious. The Stoics had a concept called memento mori. Remember that you will die. At first, this sounds dark, but in reality, it is freeing. It reminds us that nothing lasts forever. It teaches us that every moment is precious, and it shows us that loss is not the end, but a part of life itself. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Instead of dwelling on what's lost, embrace what remains. You still have life. You still have time. Use it wisely." 4. Memories never die. Love is eternal. When someone leaves, their physical presence may be gone, but their impact never disappears. Every time you recall their wisdom, they are with you. Every time you share their lessons, they live on. Every time you feel love for them, they exist in your heart. Nothing is ever truly lost. The love remains. The best way to honor someone's life is to keep living yours. 5. Accept what you cannot change. Focus on what you can. One of the biggest sources of suffering is resisting reality. When we lose someone, we ask, why did this happen? Why me? How do I make this pain go away? But the Stoics teach that peace comes not from fighting reality, but accepting it. You cannot change the past. You cannot bring someone back, but you can control how you respond. Instead of asking, why did this happen? Ask, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? How can I honor them by how I live? Acceptance is not giving up. It is choosing peace over suffering. 6. Your life still has meaning and purpose. After loss, life can feel empty, but your story is not over. You are still here for a reason. There are still people who need you. There are still dreams to chase. There are still lessons to learn. Loss does not mean your life is over. It means you have a new chapter too, right? Instead of seeing it as an ending, see it as a beginning. 7. Gratitude is the key to happiness. Instead of focusing on what is gone, focus on what remains. Be grateful that you got to love them. Be grateful for every moment you shared. Be grateful for the wisdom they left behind. Gratitude shifts your mind from pain to appreciation. When you focus on what you have, happiness returns. 8. Helping others heals you. One of the fastest ways to heal after loss is to help others. Pain isolates us, but service connects us. If you've lost a parent, support someone who lost theirs. If you've lost a friend, be there for someone lonely. If you've lost a partner, help someone struggling with heartbreak. When you give light to others, you bring light to yourself. 9. You are stronger than you think. Right now, you may feel weak and broken, but you are not. You have survived every bad day you thought you wouldn't. You have faced challenges and grown from them. You have an unbreakable inner strength. Pain does not mean you are weak. It means you are human. The Stoics called it your inner fortress. No matter what happens, you can endure. 10. Happiness comes from living fully, not living in the past. The past cannot be changed. The future is unknown. But this moment right now is yours. Choose to live, not just exist. Choose to find joy, not just memories. Choose to move forward, not stay trapped in the past. Happiness is not found in yesterday. Happiness is not found in tomorrow. Happiness is found right now, in this moment. Life is meant to be lived, not mourned. 11. Pain is temporary, but your mindset is permanent. Right now, the pain may feel never-ending, but nothing lasts forever, not even suffering. The worst storms in history eventually passed. The darkest nights always turned into morning. The heaviest grief will, over time, transform. The Stoics taught that pain is an experience, not an identity. You are not your pain. You are not your past. You are the one who decides how to move forward. You can either let pain define you or let it refine you. 12. Your loved one would want you to be happy. Ask yourself, would the person you lost want you to suffer forever? If they loved you, they would want you to live, grow, and be happy. If they cared about you, they would want you to find peace, not stay in pain. By choosing happiness, you are honoring them. You are showing that their life left a legacy. You are proving that love is stronger than loss. Living well is the greatest tribute you can give to someone you lost. 13. Time doesn't heal you. What you do with time heals you. People say time heals everything, but that's not true. Time alone doesn't heal. What you do with time does. If you sit in sadness, you will stay sad. If you distract yourself, the pain will return. If you use time to grow, you will heal. Ask yourself, am I using time to move forward or stay stuck? Am I learning from pain or drowning in it? Am I living in the past or creating a future? Time is neutral. What matters is how you use it. 14. Your strength is built in difficult moments. Hard times are not setbacks. They are setups for growth. Think of fire and steel. Fire doesn't destroy steel. It forges it. Pressure doesn't break diamonds. It creates them. You are the same. Every challenge makes you stronger. Every tear teaches you something. Every hardship builds resilience. Pain is not the end. It's the beginning of your transformation. 15. Forgive yourself for what you couldn't control. Guilt is common after loss. I should have done more. I wish I had said something different. What if I had been there? But here's the truth. You are not in control of everything. The Stoics believed in fate that some things are simply beyond our power. You couldn't stop what happened. You did your best with what you knew. You are human, not all-powerful. Let go of guilt and self-blame. It only keeps you trapped in the past. 16. The universe is always in motions, so keep moving forward. Life does not stop for anyone. The sun still rises. The seasons still change. The world keeps turning, and so must you. Moving forward doesn't mean forgetting. It means you are embracing life again. The universe never stands still. Neither should you. 17. Find meaning in the loss. The greatest pain often leads to the greatest purpose. People who lost loved ones have started charities, businesses, and movements. People who suffered tragedies have gone on to inspire millions. Instead of asking, why did this happen? Ask, how can I use this pain for good? How can I turn suffering into strength? What can I do that will honor them? Loss can either break you or build you. You decide which. 18. Happiness is a choice, not a destination. Most people think happiness is something you reach someday, but happiness is not a place. It's a decision. You don't have to wait for things to be perfect to be happy. You don't have to erase pain to feel joy. You don't have to have all the answers to find peace. Happiness is choosing to see what's left, not just what's lost. Happiness is deciding to live fully, despite the pain. And that choice is always in your hands. 19. You are not alone. Everyone faces loss. At this moment, millions of people around the world are grieving. Loss is a universal human experience. The richest people cannot escape it. The most powerful leaders still face it. Every great thinker, philosopher, and teacher has experienced it. You are not alone in this. And if others have found happiness again, so can you. 20. You have more life to live. Don't waste it. The person you lost had their time. Now you still have yours. Ask yourself, how do I want to spend the rest of my time here? Do I want to waste it in sadness, or do I want to live fully? If I had only 1 year left, how would I live? The Stoics believed in living each day as if it were their last. So don't waste time in regret and sorrow. Instead, use it to create, to grow, and to love again. You lost someone, but you did not lose yourself. Life is still here. The future is still unwritten. What you do next is up to you. Will you choose happiness, or will you choose suffering? The choice is yours. If this message inspired you, hit like and comment with one lesson you learned. Don't forget to subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. Stay strong, stay wise, stay stoic.